Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. 高天原に感想あります。かむろぎかむろみのみこともして、それみおやかむいさなぎのみことつくしのりむかのたちはなのおとのあぎはらにみそぎはらいたもうときになりませる。人の神たち、もろもろのまがこと積み汚れを笑いたまえ、清めたまえとまおつことのよしを、天つ神、国つ神、やおよろずの神たちともに、雨の口駒の耳振り立てて、きこしめせと、かしこみかしこみもまおす。弥勒おみかみ守りたまえ先はえたまえ弥勒おみかみ守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえながらたまちはえませ。ながらたまちはえませ。Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified, and believe your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great love. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei. Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teaching. God's plan. How can God's great plan to dispel humanity's errors and purify the universe be perceived by our limited human sight? For thousands of years, for eons, God has waited for the right time. It has arrived. God's plan is being fulfilled. God's great plan for paradise on earth must begin somewhere with a small prototype in the material world. Our goal is to construct paradise on earth. This ideal world is about to be born. According to the revelation I received, the foundation of paradise on earth has already been established in the spiritual realm. Therefore, there is no doubt that it will materialize on earth in the near future. What a fortunate time it is in which we have been born. The thought of this fills us with joy. How might it occur? Suppose someone wished to build a magnificent home in the place of an existing structure. The old house first has to be taken down. Some of the building blocks of that house, such as lumber, can be used again for the new building, but only after they have been selected, washed clean, shaved with a plan, and polished. The same principle is involved in the construction of paradise on earth. Thus, even though some events that will happen may seem unreasonable, illogical, unproductive, or even destructive from a human perspective, please understand that what is actually happening is a major purification of an accumulation of clouds. It's all part of the profound plan of God and cannot be judged with our limited perception. We should act with humility, being careful not to question God's will and remaining faithful, no matter what circumstances arise, whether unprecedented, unusual, or destructive. It is important to keep our peace of mind. This is possible only for those who have deep faith and trust in God. In the meantime, we should enjoy life and wait for the right time, leaving the final outcome in God's hands.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. It was for continuing praying for world peace. Most recently, we had significant natural disasters, earthquake in Morocco, floods in Libya, and many other parts of the world. Let's keep praying for all these victims and their families. This morning, I want to share with you the faith experience of Lilian Carla Santana Martins from Paramansa, Rio de Janeiro. Lilian has been a Johrei member for 30 years and has experienced countless blessings. However, she had strong propensity for inconsistency in her dedication. Sometimes she was excited and dedicated intensively. Sometimes she stepped away from attending the Johrei Center. Didn't even want to receive Johrei. In early 2020, she was focused almost exclusively on work, went to church sporadically for monthly services, and was not engaging in our practice of faith. William felt very confused, discouraged, and with a constant tiredness that made her do everything in an automatic and meaningless way. March of 2020, when the quarantine period started due to the COVID-19 pandemic, she had to take time off work. Soon after, face-to-face activities at the church were also suspended, and online broadcasts of our services began. Lillian and her mother began to follow the daily services in the morning and in the evening. They paid close attention to the teachings, the faith experiences, and the messages from the ministers. Gradually, Lillian noticed a renewal in her faith. Without realizing it, she began to change her feelings and attitudes. She resumed studying Meishu-sama's teachings daily, offering monetary donations of gratitude, channeling and receiving Johrei, and doing the Mitama Migaki, which is the focused dedication of cleaning one's surroundings as a soul policy. During the same period, she prepared flower arrangements for every room in her home. With this practice, Lillian gained strength and courage and acquired a new perspective on art and beauty, admiring and respecting the surrounding nature near her. She was able to remain calm and with a grateful heart, despite the difficulties and uncertainties in the period of the pandemic. With the gradual reopening of the Johrei Center, she began to give service on a weekly basis. Consequently, she was invited to be in charge of recording faith experiences at her Johrei Center and later became a lay leader. Lillian became inspired to take the Ikebana Sangetsu course with the aim of improving and deepening the techniques of this wonderful art form. She learned that when we make ourselves available to serve in the divine work, God and Meishu-sama grant us strength and protection to overcome all obstacles, as well as providing us with conditions to become truly useful instruments. Lillian is very thankful to God and Meishu-sama, as well as to her ancestors, for allowing her to be part of this great divine work and for utilizing her as their instrument in the construction of paradise. Thank you very much for attending this morning service and for listening to this faith experience. Wish you a most pleasant day.
This brings to a conclusion our morning service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed day.